Hi Poopsies. So thank you for joining me. I kind of already started the reading, but then I realized I was actually filming with my older camera and I'm like, I don't want that. So I started shuffling with this card deck. I'll explain in a minute. If you would like to book your own tarot reading, TonyBomboni.com. I offer 15-minute, 30-minute, and hour-long readings. Per 15 minutes, you can ask up to 4 questions. So that means up to 16 questions for an hour-long reading. As long as the 4 questions per 15-minute segment, because that's typically how long these readings last, 15 minutes. So in a sense, with the hour reading, you get like up to 4 readings, technically. As long as each 4 question in each segment is about the same subject. So maybe one reading is about love, one about money, one's about career, and then you have like 3 mini questions about career, 3 mini questions about love, whatever, okay? So just organize them for me in a reasonable manner, or just, you can write out your heart. I'll organize it myself. It's no big deal. I've done that many times. But yeah, tarot readings are my most popular service ever on this channel. Anything I've ever offered or sold. So thank you guys so much for that. So I'm going to actually do your reading with one of 4 decks. This one, this one, this one, or this one. For an hour reading, I like to switch it up and do 2 different card decks. So you're not just going to get one type of card the whole entire hour, just to keep things fresh, you know. So there you go. Subscribe, tap the bell, hit all notifications if you'd like more predictions videos like this. Okay, we can continue. So when I was putting together these card piles, this card pile knocked over this card pile and spit out this card, the 9 of Pentacles. And I felt like it was involving someone's mother, and that they have to go somewhere, travel somewhere soon for work, specifically for money to quote unquote bring home the bread. And then I shuffled these cards, and now I'm back to where I was, where I felt like, yes, it has something to do with money. Okay, even father could have to travel. Maybe they travel for business. They're wondering how to feed the family, take care of needs, pay the mortgage, blah, 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 blah. Okay, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So basically what these readings are, this is not a picker reading. Also, I forgot to mention, because I'm repeating myself, because I have to literally start all over again, because I just realized again that I was filming with the wrong camera, because I use a different camera. I use my older camera for your bookings, still great quality, but I like to use this new camera for my ASMR channel. But anyway, I'm just going to be shuffling random piles intuitively and just let it flow. If I have a question for a question I have, I'm going to shuffle cards. You'll see. It's just going to flow. All right. So this is this kind of general style reading, whatever draws you in. Take what you will, leave what you won't for custom personal private sessions. Like I said, TonyBomboni.com. Okay, let's continue. Use that coupon code though. 20% off Tony2. Sign up for the newsletter or book once and you qualify for life. It's a lifetime coupon code. Let's continue. So, yeah, they definitely have to put in a lot of work. This male energy is coming through, but I feel like the wife is involved, right? Could be your mother, father. This is where I'm getting a bigger picture here for some, but overall, some of you maybe are new mothers and fathers and you're figuring it out, trying to figure out how am I going to feed my kid, right? Like I need to put 2 and 2 together, work harder on this, grow this, you know, how am I going to provide for them? How am I going to supply for them when they get older, you know, so they can go to school, so they can have something, you know, to fall back on if I pass away, blah, 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 blah. So you're thinking of all of this stuff right now. And it's putting a lot of pressure on you. I feel like you're going to explode, especially the men. Be careful with the heart because, you know, you don't want that to explode, you know, from stress, from blood pressure, right? You just need to calm down a little bit. Take it easy, breathe. Realize, first of all, most people don't have it like that. Most people don't even have a... You ask the whole world population, do you have... Are you sitting on a retirement account? They'll be like, what is that? Yeah. So stop pressuring yourself, okay? Stop pressuring yourself to meet societal needs and demands, okay? Yes, you're king energy. You want more. You're this alpha male, some of you, or you're with this alpha male, or your father's this alpha male, and they provide for the family, and they, you know, but are you going to spend your whole life working and worrying about things? You're going to look back and regret it, obviously. So let it go to some degree. You're doing just fine. Don't pressure yourself, okay? And don't pressure your children to be like you, okay, if that's the case. All right? If one person's, achieving a lot, doesn't mean that the kid has to. In fact, a lot of times the kid incarnates as the total opposite to show the parent, like, hey, this is not the way spiritually, You're just not going to have peace ever. All right, so what else do we need to see and know right now? When I do 3, it's not necessarily past, present, future. Sometimes it is. I'm just kind of putting 3 to put 3. I'm intuiting if it's past, present, future, or if it's not. So I'm sorry. Did I show you all these cards? I'm sorry. I think I did. King of Pentacles. Oh no, then it was this one. 7 of Swords, then it was the 2 of Pentacles. So I'm sorry if that was not made clear to you. This time around we have the 1 of Cups in reverse, but this feels like an upright. Sometimes it's opposite meaning. 4 of Wands and Knight of Cups. So I feel like this is a past, present, future thing. You upgraded in some way. You've upgraded in some way. Maybe you feel like you've upgraded in the lover department of life. You have a better lover. They're better than your ex, that sort of thing. But you're not focusing on it that way or looking at it that way. It just is true, right? And you got good karma and you upgraded better is because you didn't cheat, okay? You didn't, go behind your partner's back and, do something wrong. And so you upgraded. And I feel like if anyone has ever did you wrong, they're going to downgrade while you upgrade. Some of you upgraded your vehicle, your chariot, literally like your mount, like, okay, maybe even if it's as small as a bicycle to something as large as a truck. You upgraded your mount, okay? Your mode of transportation. Maybe you used to take the bus and train, now you have your own vehicle, okay? And everything's upgrading and changing. What is this about? I kind of want to just use another card deck. Why did you do this? Did your lover buy you a new car? What is this? Yeah, I feel like a lot of you have upgraded because you upgraded your partner. And because you made the right decision with love, you're making the right decision in other modes of your life. Yes, confirming you made the right choice. Yes. It did cost you money, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I think it was time. I think it was long overdue. Even if some of you kind of went into a little bit of debt, overall in the grand scheme of things, this is good for you. This is good for you. So what else? Let's use these cards. Why not? Some of you also, like if you show up and pull up in a nicer car to a date, as shallow as that sounds, it's going to impress them more. Okay, Page of Cups. A lot of cups. A lot of cups. 10 of Cups and Queen of Cups. Cups. I'm definitely getting Cancer energy, Cancer sign in the zodiac. A lot of young cancers in their 20s and 30s. A lot of people hoping to start a family. I've been seeing that a lot lately, even in like personal reason. Like a lot of people are hoping to start a family, and like even if they don't know it or expect it, they're gonna have children. I see a lot of babies. Like it almost feels like another big boom, baby boom, like 70s baby boom, that kind of thing. 70s baby, 60s baby, right? Like 80s maybe, that kind of boom, that kind of boom. And I know it seems like the world is telling us all it's the opposite, but it's really not. It's really, because I feel like, everything media, blah, 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 reporters always want to show the negative side. But if you look at the population, didn't we just hit 8 billion? We're already at 8.1 almost. Did you even realize that? How fast it grew? So, like, I feel like we're in another boom. I really low-key do. But anyways, there's going to be a lot of children. And I feel like a lot of mothers have been waiting and waiting and trying and trying. And it's not, I see a lot of pregnant bellies in the next year or two. Years, okay? Years to come. I feel like it's a whole decade of baby bellies. I see a lot of how do I say, obviously it's going to be equal men and female. I feel like for some reason though, a lot of men, but with a lot of feminine traits. Okay, I know this sounds weird, but this is what I sense. A lot of boys, but a lot of boys that are very different from boys, let's say again, compared to decades ago. Okay. There's going to be a lot of fun parties, gatherings, celebrations. I feel like there's a new holiday coming. There's going to be like a new holiday in the calendar in the next 10 years. Celebrating something, overcoming something. There's going to be something big unfolding that we celebrate looking back. Like, oh, that was the day that where it's going to be like another March 17. Another happy gathering, lucky celebrating. Another March 17. It almost feels like it's springtime. It could be like April 17, for example, right? And that's the day of like, it's like a day of celebrating, a day of celebration, they're going to call it, or a day of just holiday. Like they're just going to have a day of holiday and everyone just celebrates. It's like a day of just positive energy, rejoicement, that sort of thing. Family gatherings and stuff. Doing what you want to do, not working. I think like no one works that day. Like you'd be a fool to work that day. This is what they're going to... I did not see that coming, but yeah. Also a lot of females, but being even more feminine. So women becoming more feminine. I don't think we have to worry about women becoming more masculine, because it certainly seems that way nowadays, that the woman took on the male role. I'm going to be the one bringing home the bread. I'm going to be the one taking care of my needs. No, I feel like we all slowly going to become more the female, more how we originated from, more the universal encoding. And it's just going to work somehow. So what else am I seeing here? Honestly, I'd like to look more into this future, this next decade, right? And I always kind of felt that intuitively too, like the 2020s are going to be like the 1920s, like big boom, celebration. Like I don't see anything really, I think there's going to be a lot of abundance, continue a lot of prosperity. I definitely foresee that as well. Yeah, I know it goes against what everyone's saying, but like literally, I cannot help but trust my intuition in this. Everyone's shouting bad economy. I'm like, yeah, but there's still a lot of good. It's like, you just have to see it, I guess. The world in reverse. This is a reverse. King of Pentacles. This feels like a reverse for some reason. The Moon. Just the way he's showing up. Like sometimes it switches roles. Like this reverse takes this place and they switch roles. This upright takes this place and becomes upright. I can't explain it, but this is how it's showing itself to me. And then the Moon, it's like he's disappointed. The male will kind of give up to the female. The male is saying, oh, I'm disappointed in myself, but I'm going to give the woman the job because she can take care of it better than I can. This is where the next decade unfolds. Into the 2030s, I suppose. Very intuitive, very female, almost feline energy. Like, I can't explain what that means, but like gentle. You know how like a female cat is very like, yeah, they can be kind of, nasty sometimes, but gentle for the most part, loving and gentle. Just don't play with her, right? Just don't. She got claws, she gonna use them claws if she has to. But it's almost like the woman becomes more powerful in a sense, and the male has to give up their dominant role because it no longer works. It no longer works in this new society. This feels like a new age, new society. I see new buildings, a lot of new buildings shooting up. And literally buildings in unusual places. Like you don't put a building near a mountain, but that's how it's going to be. There's almost going to be like towers. Like, I don't want to say like just towers. Like there's a tower of sorts, and it's going to be where like a female rules. It's almost going to feel like we went back in time a little, like 1500s, where they had like, the castles and those towers. And then there's like the king there, and then, the queen. But this is kind of like this world, like this new world. Okay. I definitely think the new world, as people describe New Earth, life's just going to continue unfolding and evolving. It's not going to be anything crazy. It's not going to be in the snap of a finger, but it's going to be very different looking back. And we're going to say, looking back to ourselves, what were we thinking? Why were we even living that way? This way is so much better. And I feel like everyone's going to agree somehow. Unity. There's going to be a lot of freedom, which is good. I don't feel any like constricting, refining energies. Like you can't do this, you can't go there, you can't, waste this or something crazy. I don't see that. I just don't see it. Let's see here. What else we see here? Anything else? What else do we need to know right now? So we have to address the pain and the hurt. So there's some people right now just experiencing Ten of Swords, Six of Swords. You want to run and hide, Page of Pentacles. There's no running and hiding. So for the other half of you, there's a lot of karma to be played out, fulfilled. We all come here to really just learn, play out the karma. A lot of changing of roles. Like I said, I feel like a lot of people lose work. I feel like a lot of people don't know what to do when all of a sudden money is not involved and not in the picture anymore. This feels like the present though, and even next year. This feels like, yeah, money is still involved, but like, imagine someone is doing great and then they just suddenly get fired. Now what? And there's no other jobs. Now what? Right? What do you do then? And I feel like a lot of people just choose to sit and wallow and suffer because they don't see another path. Some people just clock out like mentally, just totally dissociate. And that makes it better for you because it's at least you give yourself a sense of peace. I'm not saying that's best. I'm saying that's going to make you feel better. If that is something that happens, I'm not encouraging you to. I'm just saying, like, you can't make that happen. That just happens naturally. That you can't predict when something like that happens. I hope, That never has to happen for anyone, but this is what I'm doing. This is just a reading, entertainment purposes only. Take what you will, leave what you won't. Because so many people have attached themselves to those belongings and possessions that they won't know what to do when that's no longer necessary. Like if society all of a sudden we're told, yeah, you know, your pentacles don't really count anymore. Good luck. Now what? What the hell are you going to do? I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do if I didn't work all the time. Shoot, what's my purpose now? What the hell are we going to do now, right? So you just have to figure it out, I guess, right? How are you going to figure it out? Let's see. Again, this only applies to some people. How do you know if it applies to you? Does it sit right in your heart? Does it connect and vibe with you? If it just doesn't make sense and nonsense, maybe it's just for someone you know or someone else. Or something you should know. You know why? Because a lot of people are going to go through this. A lot, most people. So you're going to hear a lot about this. So this helps you at least be prepared. I'm not calling myself a good tarot reader by any means, all right? What I'm trying to say, though, is a good tarot reader is a reader who forewarns ahead of time. So this timeline doesn't unfold. They're here to tell you, hey, I see this happening, but it doesn't have to happen if you choose this different route. Okay? So don't forget that. 9 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles in reverse, and 2 of Cups. This feels like a reversal, though, the 2 of Cups. 9 of Wands. Oh, I love a good stretch. So it has a lot to do with work. Don't you see? It's all about work, all about money. But this society, this 30s and onward society, not going to be about that anymore. Not going to be about that. I think this is the last decade of that super abundance, over exaggerated. You know, when you hear of even like someone is a billionaire nowadays you're even like, no, okay, maybe I'm being dramatic because a billion is still a lot. A million, like let's say a millionaire now. You're like, okay, and like it's not that shocking to you anymore because abundance is over exaggerated now, right? My point is, once that era is done, because it's just a phase, this decade is like a teenager having their phase and their era. Once that's done, and it played itself out and it played its karma out, and people got excited and, bought that Lambo because they just wanted to play out their karma and enjoy life, and this is a time of enjoyment, right? Okay. We all have free will. Then the 30s will make us realize, 1, that was not the way, but 2, 1, that was not the way, 2, that was just a phase, and 3, what is truly life all about without those things? Because we've never had an era like this before. Yeah, there was a big boom in the 1920s, but they were not booming and popping like we are nowadays with our loud, big booty speakers and cars so fast it almost looks like a plane going down the runway. And you being able to go from here to Abu Dhabi in a few hours. They didn't have it like that. So once that era is done and it, almost I feel like humanity right now is like a little child playing with the nice big toys they just got for Christmas. Oh, that's so cute. Isn't that sweet? And we just have to play it out. We have to play it out. But you know what happens eventually when a kid is done playing with that toy? He gets bored and throws it in the trash. You know that car's not going to make no one happy in a couple weeks. It's just going to sit there rotting in your garage. You know what I'm saying? So once this decade is over, I think people are going to be so done and fed up with that crap. They're either going to want to finally, I'm talking to the billionaires out there and multimillionaires, mega millionaires out there, are finally going to give a little something to someone for once. Are finally going to decide, hey, you know what? I'm kind of bored. Let me give back. And even a lot of people who have little, they're going to, I think if we start seeing that more, it's going to motivate more people, especially these influencers, these mega multi-million influencers or have millions of followers, are going to be like, you know what? I think it's time to stop buying that purse and start buying that bowl of soup for someone. Maybe I'm going to take off these heels and put some flip-flops and go work at a kitchen for a couple hours and, help out the community a bit. When we gather in community, it's power. When we put aside all of this nonsense and we help out, I just see like an orb of peace. Like I just see world peace for once. I think we're all going to have peace. And it's coming sooner than you anticipate. But help is on the way. So for a lot of people, there's going to be this era of abundance is beautiful because there's more money circulating, meaning more to help more. But these people with more need to realize this first. So I hope and pray I reach someone with a lot and they can spread the word and start reaching their friends who have a lot as well. Because money talks, and money talks to a lot of people with money. If you rich, you got rich friends. That's what I'm saying. So talk to your rich friends and tell them maybe it's not time, because we still got to play out, karma and play out like little children with our little toys, right? You know what I'm saying? That's why we came here. We didn't just come here to suffer. We came here to have fun too. Nothing wrong with that. But once you're done having fun with your little cute toys, then you can sit down and, some people can humble themselves and then start, giving more. You don't need that closet full of clothes, okay? I'm just saying. In fact, I'm about to go donate some, I think, this month, some more. So, anyway, not that I got it like that. I really don't. And you know what? I don't wish to. I don't wish to. I'm a lazy Virgo. That's a lot of pressure on my back. Ooh, you gotta do this. You gotta manage this. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. I've been offered many things, many times. Y'all don't even know half the story. No, thank you. No, thank you. Anyways, moving right along. Maybe I'll make a story time. Well, no, actually, if you've been listening to my story times over the years, you get little hints, bits of information, but that's about it. Maybe I may never tell the whole story. Why does someone have to know or care to know? The Emperor, 8 of Wands in reverse, Queen of Swords. There's someone in like a divorce, like a dispute. This feels legal. This feels like, well, you made me sign the prenup and you shouldn't have done it. Blah, 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 blah. And there's a lot of bickeration back and forth. This didn't go well since the start. I feel like you guys even fought at your wedding day. There was like back and forth. It's not negative energy. It's just a lot of explosive energy. A lot of, I want to get off my chest what I feel to you. Is it toxic overall? Yeah, it's very toxic. But let's not lie to ourselves. Again, this is just for a few people. Maybe 20%. Maybe you went through this, maybe you're going to go through this, okay? But if you didn't start fighting at your wedding, this is not the message for you. Okay, literally, like, don't worry about it. But you might hear about it. You might hear about this from a family, I feel. What else do we need to know about this? Honestly, this is juicy. What is this? This feels like some housewives drama. What is this all about? Ace of Cups in reverse. King of Wands in reverse. Queen of Swords. There's a lot of hard feelings. Look, you're getting 2 Queen of Swords in the same position. There's hard feelings. The Emperor tries to be your king, but they can't match and compete with you. It's almost like you don't let them match and compete with you. There's like too much ego involved on the females, and there's no love here. This is just either a transaction or just like a power play. Like, I'm going to date you because you're powerful. I'm going to only be with you because of the reputation and the numbers. There is no love here. This is a transaction. This is business. Some of you literally in love with a lawyer or dating a lawyer or seeing a lawyer. Like, that's not love. I'm not saying there's no lawyer out there. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this specific lawyer is not going to give you the love you're looking for, okay? Maybe another lawyer, okay? Honestly, maybe someone been cheating and then with the lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Okay. This is intense. This is intense. This is intense. What does the word intense say? Intense. You are in tension. You are like this, like nervous around them. They around you. You're shaking from so much anger or just nervousness being around this person. It's like you both wake up in the morning. You probably don't even sleep in the same bed, first of all. Second of all, you wake up in the morning, make a cup of coffee. You can't even look at each other. You can't even talk to each other. There's like silence. That's not a love. That's not a relationship. Where's the good morning hug? Like, oh baby, I love you so much. Like, where is that? There's no juiciness here. There's no play. There's no laugh. There's no love. A true lover should feel like you just met them all over again, every single day. Like you're still dating, like you're still young and still getting to know each other. That's what true love is. And I almost want to cry for you because this is not here. This feels so empty. This feels so dry, like a desert. Like this feels like there's not even a cactus there. Where's the nurturing? And you can't give it to each other. This is too far removed. The love is too far gone here. It doesn't exist anymore. In this desolate landscape of just dryness. I'm sorry you have to go through that, but this hurts. Okay, so a lot of you, this is happening because you're not getting pregnant. So you're attaching hard feelings to your partner. Or they don't want children. I always say this, and I firmly believe this. I don't have kids. There is never a right time to have children. You just do. Or you just know when the right time is. There's never a right time for anything. Opening a YouTube channel. Applying for a job. You just have to know and do. Or it just unexpectedly unfolds itself. So stop attaching hard feelings to your partner when they can't control if you get pregnant or not. Stop hating them. But also a lot of you, this is just, what else? I don't know. Why not? Let's see. What else is it? What's the cause of this drama? Okay, so of course I knew money is involved. Maybe not enough flowing in. Maybe they're being very stingy with their money and you thought you could marry them because they had money and they would give it to you and they didn't. 10 of Wands and 8 of Cups. Stop marrying people for money, guys. Stop it. Just stop it, okay? It causes more pain than good. for all parties involved. Do you know how embarrassing it is to get married and then the family finds out it was only a transaction? It was only business. They came to your wedding and cried. Your poor mother. Your poor father. Your poor children. Have to put through that? Adult drama? It's better to date a person than to marry. The only time you should marry is what I described earlier. You can truly love them, and you look at them through a new pair of eyes every morning. You know why? Because people change every day. And you have to love that person all over again. If you're not capable of doing this, good luck to you. I'm serious. Why are we bringing ourselves more pain than necessary? Why do we like to suffer? Why do we put ourselves through scenarios of pain? Yeah, my message may be painful, but I'd rather send you a painful message than you to suffer for the next 10 years married to someone you hate. Make sense? Good. 10 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles in reverse, 8 of Cups. I feel like a band of tightness around my head. Like there's a lot of pressure in your head. There's a lot, you're in your head a lot. Let me drink some water to wash that down because it's intense. I'll try to be more gentler. I feel like someone moves on. It feels mostly like you. You just have to decide to move on. Sometimes you have to realize, you know what? They're not toxic. I'm not toxic. We just have to move on. Why does everyone have to be a narcissist nowadays? I'm so sick and tired of hearing that word. Of people constantly blaming each other for being toxic and narcissistic. Why don't we change that lens? Because clearly it's not working. Clearly everyone's a narcissist nowadays, including myself. Obviously. Why don't we shift the lens and maybe everyone's hurt and breaking? Maybe everyone's just in so much hurt from their past that they can't help but be this way. You're able to be with anyone if you look at them through the eyes of love. You're not willing to take on the load of work. They have a lot of baggage. You have to walk away. Don't run. Why are you running? There's no fear here. Just walk away. Calmly collect your things. And go, my love. It's not worth it. Because clearly you guys are not able of handling each other in this way anymore. There's no mature, responsible way to handle this. Because again, we're all children at heart. This card is drawing me in for some reason. 8 of Cups, now 8 of Swords. 8 is also about money, abundance, prosperity. There's more money elsewhere. You know, sometimes we do something foolish and stupid, like marrying someone for money. But then we realize, you know, and this came to me actually the other day. I've heard this many before, but it really hit me. Like, I know Spirit was communicating with me. Like, why do they keep saying this to me? Realize, like real eyes, like your eyeballs. They're real, right? R-E-A-L. Real eyes. Realize, like a epiphany, like realizing something. Real eyes, realize, real lies. L-I-E-S, lies. Real eyes, realize, real lies. So your eyes will realize the lies. But how you gonna see if you're blindfolded? If you're not willing to look, if they're manipulating you and not showing you the truth. Sometimes that looks like sneaking into their phone, guessing their password, and looking at those text messages to make you realize you were punked. And maybe that may make you feel like a fool. It's okay to go and feel that pain a little bit, because this is a first for you. But you know what? When you realize there's so much better for you elsewhere. And yeah, we were foolish to think that this person with a lot of resources in their name would only commit to one person. Do you really think, and I'm not saying this for everyone, I'm saying this for some people, do you really think that someone with a lot will not want a lot in terms of love too? I actually heard this the other day. In love, some partners, they don't want to have chocolate cake every night. They want to try strawberry cheesecake. They want to try regular plain cheesecake. And this is the problem today. It's like, so many men have so many resources, and to them it's easy to, pay someone $100 for a quickie, or just like, try a new flavor tonight and then another the next day in another country while they're at a business meeting. There's a lot that going on. And look, guess what card I just had earlier? 8 of Swords. And why is it coming through again? Why is so much pain involved with this female energy? Why is the woman hurting and suffering? Why is the man making the woman suffer? Maybe the man is the narcissist, not you. Ever think about that? Maybe they blame you for being that. But really, you never really did anything wrong here. Ultimately, This is a lot, guys. I almost want to stop the reading, but I want to end it on a good note. I don't want to end it here. That's a bit better. So we have the moon keeps coming back. The moon keeps coming back for a lot of people. 2 of Pentacles, and then the 7 of Cups. In reverse, this feels like upright. This feels like a positive reading. This feels like a positive message. I'm not just saying that just to say that or to end the reading. I mean it. Because when I at least get 2 yeses, it's overall a yes, Excuse me. It's overall a good reading to end on, I think. And I think we're just done here. I just feel like we're done here. I got the message and the point across. But moving that heaviness aside, we can now look at a new clarity, new eyes, that you also have options. Don't ever make someone make you feel like you don't have options too. That you're less than, that you're only, one person they know and they have other means or ways. And that's that energy that you hurt their ego, they're going to want to hurt you back because they want you to feel the pain they've always carried with them. That's the narcissist. Someone who wants you to feel what they feel. Always has to get back at you. Like a child. They're just hurt children at heart. And it's very hard to deal with a whiny baby child. It really is. You just they have to be put in a corner. Like, that's all they know, right? But they corner themselves, They always lock themselves in a room and go on a rampage, slam the door. They lock themselves in a corner because they know they're a child at heart. We all are, but they are playing out their child role that they couldn't fulfill because of past issues. It's almost like they're playing mind games with you. For some, it's a lot of people, it's lover, because they tend to get into lovers fast and switch lovers like this. They switch lovers like they switch toilet paper on the roll, like this. And that's why I say often, Don't think you're the only one if they're like this. They switch so fast, they have like 10 people they're texting sometimes. And there's nothing you can do about it. You're never going to be enough for this person. Never. It's never enough. So it's almost like you have to figure out who they are today and what role you play for them today to make them happy. And you can't keep juggling and carrying this for long. You just can't. Some of you. So you have to, some of you know. I feel like, again, it's a very small percent of people, but I feel like I'm helping a lot of people through that small percent. Like this is like a huge, hopefully I can help. I can't claim to help. I can't claim to heal, but hopefully something comes through that can give you an idea today. I don't know what though. I'm just the messenger. So, some peace, some clarity. This could be by the next moon cycle. Also, I do just want to pull one more final outcome card from each pile. Okay, 2 cards it is. You're going to be so relieved to let go. This has nothing to do with what I just talked about. You're going to be so relieved to just let go. Let go of that old friend that's not treating you respectfully anymore, not listening to you, doesn't even, give you gifts on your birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the rest, it's more a date. It's not a lover. It's not a married partner. It's a date. That's someone you're dating, and they don't even give you a freaking card in the mail at Valentine's Day or flowers or something. They're not putting in the work. It's not that they don't care. It's just that it's not what you're looking for out of a lover. 4 of Swords, the Hierophant. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune and ending off on Judgment. So this is very, 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 very soul level reading. Like, these people in your life now are people that you were just meant to cross paths. There's no coincidence you met. All I'm gonna say there. You have to tap into your higher self and awareness to elevate above this issues, whatever it is. Again, could be about what I just said. A lot of people, it's other things here, okay? So you need to really rest and evaluate. You cannot evaluate your life until you sit down and think. This is so important to do once a day. You know how to go to your vitamin cabinet and take one a day? Why don't you just sit once a day for 5 minutes and think about your life a second? It's free. It doesn't cost money. And it's not a waste of time. Because we know how to play a video game. We know how to play chess. Why don't you play the chess game of life? Why don't we know how to do that? Because unfortunately, our teachers never told us. Sit down 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day, an hour, and think. Think, how am I going to go about things now? Strategy, logic. Honestly, that can look like some of you sit down, play GTA for a few minutes, and you're going to think. You're just going to think. While you're driving your car around the roads, it's going to be therapeutic for you. Be my guest and do that. That's going to be like meditation to you. Because meditation doesn't have to mean sitting and humming. It looks like playing a video game. It looks like going for a walk. It looks like playing tabletop tennis. Okay? So do that, and that's going to be your few minutes a day to just think. And release that vent. Because I saw earlier like a vent or release of pressure or something. And it's like, you don't have to dump that on that person. You can just dump it to God, so to speak, the universe. So Wheel of Fortune and Judgment. So yeah, this is very karmic. This is a lot to learn here. You're going to learn all the lessons. I think you're finally done playing out this role. All of these people involved the next decade, we're going to be mostly finished with our karma, okay? This is the end game here. And you might feel like you don't believe me, or you feel like there's more to the story. Well, there's always going to be more. But life is kind of like a drama series. It never ends. It unfolds itself. There's always more interesting, juicy stuff. But what I'm trying to say is that you're done with the karma. We're mostly collectively, humanity, gonna be done. You've been through a lot, haven't you? You lost a lot of family, haven't you? You lost a lot of people, haven't you? You're going through a lot now for a reason, because you're done. You're done playing out. You're at like right before the final exam of the final school year. We're here now. And we're about to hit summer break. Okay? So God bless you all. I love you all so much. What a wonderful note to end on. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed, and to enjoy your own personal custom tarot readings sent to your email inbox as a YouTube unlisted video link. You do not live call me, video chat me, text me. It's all done for your privacy, comfort, and convenience. I send you the video within a day or two, sometimes within a few hours. Sometimes I'm even done within 2 hours, that fast. You know, I'm at home, it's convenient. I'm doing tarot readings. A lot of times I do tarot readings. Boop, I get the message you booked. I do it right there when I'm sitting. I get it to you ASAP. So you won't have to wait too long. I can guarantee it. All right. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you truly have enjoyed these messages, even though I know a lot of people always, frequently, I don't say always, but say that it can be a little bit of a challenge to listen to or get even tingles, because it relates so heavily to your personal life that, you know, how are you gonna relax to that when you, or sleep, you know? This gets the most watch time because people don't really fall asleep to these. You know, they want to hear more. And I'm really, really thankful that you guys do want to hear these readings more. And that means a lot to me. And again, I can't thank you guys enough for constantly booking. Like, wow, you know, thank you. Just thank you so much. And every day, like, just thank you. God bless you all so much. You help me keep going and giving you better content. So yes, TonyBomboni.com if you want to check out my online course. It's only $28. Limited time only. Get it while you can. It's $100 off. It used to be $128. Now it's only $28. You learn a lot through that course. Check out my last video. I talk about all about my online course. ASMR albums. I have over 100. Listen to them outside of YouTube. Relax, sleep, enjoy the triggers. Each trigger is in a different song or playlist track of each album. Each album is like its own video that I did before on this channel, so it makes it easy and convenient for you to feel the best tingles, the most immersive experience possible, and it's formulated just the way for you to feel the best ASMR. And so again, bookings like tarot readings. I offer other services like coffee cup readings, candle wax readings. Which one should I pick? Whatever draws you in intuitively. All right, you can pick multiple. You can pick tarot, coffee, tarot, candle, candle, coffee, tarot, candle, and coffee, tarot, candle, coffee, and Reiki. You know, I also offer custom ASMR content as well. And if you give me permission to post that on my YouTube, I'll be glad. I'll ask you, and then, you know, a lot of times I make the video longer because you gave me permission. So, yeah, there you go. That's my treat for you. Use that coupon code 20% off Tony2. Make sure you sign up for the newsletter. And book yourself a service. That's a lifetime coupon code for you to use. So there you go. All right. God bless, love, and light. Take care. Subscribe, tap the bell, hit all notifications if you enjoyed this tarot reading session. Mwah. Bye, poopsies.